Hello, Flat Earth researchers, debaters and debunkers. If you have come across the Flat Earth and your immediate reaction is to reject it or debunk it, that's understandable. But if you have gone on a mission to repeat and regurgitate all the things we already know, we are supposed to know about what it's like living on a spinning ball Earth, then you're completely missing the point. The whole point of Flat Earth is to see if you can re-examine your beliefs and the information that has gone into making up those beliefs. If you have gone on a mission to repeat and regurgitate all the things that are said to be proofs that we are living on a spinning ball Earth, then all you are proving is that you do not have the ability to detach from a particular mindset and do not have the ability to even contemplate whether what we see is something other than what we have been told since childhood, often by people who really don't know what it's all about anyway. Did our kindergarten teachers really know or ever think about what they were saying when they told us we were on a spinning ball Earth? I doubt it very much. So when you come across Flat Earth, it's a personal challenge. It's not a challenge to debunk Flat Earthers, it's a challenge to you to see if you have the ability to detach and really see how we see the world. If you completely reject things like perspective, you are being ignorant because you are ignoring how our eyes work. If we didn't have eyes, we wouldn't have perspective. It's a very, very simple thing to try to get your head around. The only block in anyone's head is a set of beliefs, and this can happen to anyone when they come across new information. It might be a new culture, it might be a new way of doing things. It's often very hard to adapt, but ultimately when we are forced to adapt, we have to, or we're just going to go nuts. So take Flat Earth as a challenge. Do you have the ability to see things from a Flat Earther's perspective? Do you have the ability to detach from the idea that we are stuck to a spinning ball Earth going round the sun at 67,000 miles an hour? And this brings me to another point. We all know when we look into the Flat Earth that the heliocentric model is something that has been calculated based on an idea to put the sun at the center and have the ball spinning around the sun. We know this has never actually been physically measured. There is no science to back up the idea that we are spinning or we are whizzing around the sun. So great if you can do experiments to, say, weigh an object in different places on the Earth. That's all good. Do the experiments. The whole idea is to see if you can find out for yourself, prove things for yourself, rather than just believing the things that we're told and the pictures that have been put in our heads. So kudos to anyone who is actually doing experiments that relate to how things should be on a spinning ball Earth, instead of just repeating the same old jargon we've all been taught to repeat. However, if you are doing one of these experiments where you are weighing objects in different places and we are seeing if there is a difference in the weight because of the centrifugal force of the spinning ball Earth, which is said to be about 1,000 miles an hour at the equator. There's another thing you've got to take into consideration. The Earth is said to be spinning around the sun at 67,000 miles an hour, something that has never ever been scientifically measured. It's just a calculation based on the idea that we do one orbit of the sun in a year. It's just numbers. It's never been actually physically measured. In fact, if you look into the experiments that were done a long time ago, you will see that those experiments could not prove any kind of movement of the ball Earth. You look at what Einstein did, and Newton did, and Galileo did, and you read up on the history, and you read up about the things that they actually said, then you will see that they never really believed the things that they were saying. They were just theories and calculations based on an idea. So here we have, let's just imagine that we are weighing our lighter on this spinning ball Earth, and we might find that we get different weights in different places. It's worth looking up maps of gravity, or gravity maps, the same kind of maps that are used by people or industries looking into where to do mining. And those gravity maps will reveal that gravity is different all over the Earth. There are light spots and heavy spots all over the place. There's nothing consistent about gravity, and it does vary across the plane. But let's take into consideration the fact that we are whizzing through space at 67,000 miles an hour according to the calculations. So if we weigh an object here as we go this way, should it not be lighter than if we were measuring the object here as the Earth goes that way? Again, we've got Newton's laws of motion or inertia that should be applied. So as well as measuring things on the spinning ball Earth, you need to consider that if we're going this way, this should be heavier as it gets pressed against the Earth, and lighter as the Earth moves away from it. Just something to consider that maybe is almost impossible to physically or scientifically measure, and may remain conjecture forever. Anyway, if Flat Earth has come into your life, give it a go. Do some experiments. Think about it. See if you can detach from the ball, and then things may start to make sense and fall into place, not because of gravity, but because of density. Thank you very much.